our Facebook. It's not Facebook. What am I saying? It is Instagram Live. And right now I'm on YouTube. So it's YouTube Live and I'm going live on Instagram at the same time. So I welcome all of you. Happy Saturday morning. I am just pulling up everyone's questions on my laptop in front of me so that I can make sure that I answer those people who actually popped in their question ahead of time, which is what we give priority to. So when you pop in your question ahead of time, that way I can make sure that I go in and I answer it. Sorry, I'm going off the screen because I'm just setting this up on my laptop. Okay, hope you guys are doing well. How's everyone's Saturday morning going? Let me know. All right, so going to Facebook, pulling up the questions, doing it now, and I'm about to go live on Instagram as well. So let's pull up Instagram. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oops, there we go. All right. Hello, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. I am living on both platforms at the same time as a test to see how this is going to fly and whether you guys all join and say hello and come on and ask your questions. Okay, so tell me how you're all doing today. I see Gluten-Free Chick. I see Miss Celia Shu. And I see if you're on Facebook and you're and on YouTube, I keep saying Facebook. Ashley Barclay, I was just about to say, come on and say hi. Celeste Loves Celery, hello. Grappaport Fine Arts, hello. Hello, hello, come on and say hello. I am not going to be able to do this live for very long this morning, but I'm going to hang out here as long as I can, answer as many questions as I can. I'm going to go a little bit more sort of rapid fire style just so that I can get everyone's questions in. Good morning, Zora. You're celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday, darling. Arch Angelica, hello. Alicia, good morning. You're starting your celery juice. Carlos, you woke up early to catch the live. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. Sally, nice to see you here. Claudia Draper, hello. Compassionate plant healing. I feel like I'm hanging with my people and my family. That is so, so fun. Gail Dercole, Sharon Clark, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to you here. SLBS2, hello. BK Clancy, welcome. Myra Lomas, hello. Kat Cole, good morning. Garpor Fine Arts, that's very kind. She says you look lovely this morning. Suzanne Rother from Germany, welcome. He says, what do you recommend for dry eyes? For dry eyes, I recommend number 1, cleaning up your liver. As you clean up the liver, you'll be able to clear up the debris that causes dry eyes. And then I recommend putting Byron homeopathic eye drops in your eye to help moisten the eye. You probably are going to have to do it multiple times in a day, just because the effect of it doesn't last very long. But what lasts longer is if you actually clean up the liver, and then that symptom just simply clears up and goes away. All right, our next question is, I see from Beatrice, key supplements to rehab the nervous system, and is Edgerkite or Site okay at this point? I've never heard of Edgerkite, Ejercite. Unless it's misspelled. I don't know what that is, guys. Sorry. Okay. Next question is from, I'm just pulling it up from Facebook. It says, okay. Ashley says, question about the weather. Did you once say that there are a lot of toxins in humidity? No, I said that when there's a lot of moisture droplets in the air, it can carry more mold. It's nice to see you too, honey. It can carry more mold. So Carla says, I'm Carl in Vancouver. It is early for you, Carl. It's like 8 in the morning. Christy says, your hair's so cute. Thank you. Andrew Smee, looking gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. S. Moultron from Sweden, hello. Kaylin Michelle, hello. From Celio from Oregon, hello. Keep the hope today. What would be the reason for being extremely lethargic when only eating fruits, veg, and potatoes? You might actually be healing your adrenals. So when you eat a lot of meat and you eat a lot of eggs and things that contain hormones, dairy and things like that, you actually get some artificial adrenaline that comes into your system from the animal's body that can artificially ramp you up. Silvana Mos, hello, good morning. So that's not the way you want to be gaining energy, but it's the way that, it's the way that can happen for some people. So he calls me now, hello, how are you? What's the cause for stabbing head pain? Usually it's viral, either shingles or EBV, depending on what you have going on. Michelle Ramsden says, can you tell me why girls get leg pains mostly at night, long-term, crying in pain, 9 and 10 years old? What causes, so pain in 9 and 10-year-old girls in the legs, that's really a function of, it can be a type of a growing pain, but it really comes from heavy metals. My daughter had crying. She used to wake up in the middle of the night with crying her eyes out with pain. And this was the days in which Anthony, we were clients of Anthony's, and we basically asked him, are you able to, tell us like what's going on with her legs? So she's waking up in the middle of the night crying. And he said, have you changed something in her diet? And I said, not that I can think of. And he said, any new products you've introduced? So I remember I checked my pantry and I'm like, oh yeah, we have these new veggie chips from Whole Foods, the 365 brand. And it's like got, the tomato chip and the yellow potato chip. And then the green one, I think was spinach or something. And he basically said that you want to take her off of those because the tomato paste the tomatoes used to make the tomato chip, the tomatoes sit in cans for weeks and weeks and weeks. And she's sensitive to the heavy metals that are being picked up from that. And that's why she's having leg pain. And we stopped those chips and her leg pain went away. So sometimes it's growing pains and that's different. But this was different as well. So I just wanted to give you that reason because that's definitely happened for us. And if it's growing pains, which I've had another daughter have growing pains, and Anthony told us for her that she needed to actually take a lot more B12. And when we gave her B12, her pains got better. But also you can give them, they're waking up in the middle of the night crying with pain, you can give them curcumin and you can give them magnesium, which will definitely help them more as well. You guys are rocking the questions today. Like last time I went live, there were barely any questions. And like this week, they're like, you got so many, which is good. Like, I'm not complaining. But I'm not going to get through all of them by 11 o'clock. I have to get onto another, I'm in a course that I'm doing and it starts at 11, but I'm going to go as long as I can. I'll probably go to like 11:15 so I can answer as many questions as possible. All right, so if I don't get to your questions today, I'm going to go live again tomorrow and I will try to get to the rest of the questions tomorrow. Okay, guys? So just hang in there. Okay, so next question is from Instagram. Hi, when getting short-lived symptoms on the 369, is that detox? Yes, short-lived symptoms are usually detox. I almost got vertigo on day 5, felt like weights on my shoulder pushing down and forward and some nausea and blurred vision. Yeah, that would definitely be a detox issue. All right, next question is, I keep hearing about this tick that causes the allergy to red meat. I'm curious about what you think of this. Yeah, it's not caused by the tick. And the allergy to red meat is not got anything to do with the tick. It's actually got to do with your liver. So what is the cause of celiac disease? Celiac disease is caused by strep, high levels of strep in the gut. What is internal trembling? Starts around 3 a.m. and lasts around inflamed vagus nerve or adrenals. Internal trembling is too many neurotoxins floating around in your system, and they cause your nervous system to go on edge. All right, so that's what internal trembling is. I'm going through an awful flare almost 6 years in, had the symptoms when I first started. If you're having this flare, I would increase all of your neurological support, Kobe. And I would bring in more like Neuromag, magnesium glycinate, curcumin, 5-MTHF, B complex, B12, increase all of those things to help you overcome the trembling, and also notice if your viral load has gone up in any way, shape, or form, because that could impact it too. JVC DNC, is melatonin considered safe for pregnancy? Yes. Best foods to help hirsutism is cauliflower, because it removes the bad estrogen. And hirsutism is this unwanted hair growth in different parts of the body. And also sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are a really big one for that. Susie Cool, I've suffered terrible tinnitus in one ear for 10 years. During this time, I always slept on the same side as the ringing, wondering if sleeping on the side with no tinnitus, it could affect or move to my good ear. No, it has nothing to do with how you sleep. It has everything to do with the inflamed neurotoxins that are causing inflammation in the inner ear. It's internal. It has nothing to do with which side you sleep on. And what herbs internally? I would follow the tinnitus protocol and cleanse to heal. This is for Susie Cool. Fernica, hi Muneeza, what is the immediate treatment for aid for vaginal yeast infections? Something topical to apply. I would do a golden seal wash up the vagina, and I would do a sovereign silver up the vagina to help topically. But really, a vaginal yeast infection is caused by strep, so you need to do anti-strep protocols. That includes golden seal, vitamin C, zinc, lomatium, eyebright, mullein, propolis, oil of oregano can all be super helpful for that. Next question is, what are the best supplements for body on fire, shingles, and the course of action? I feel hungry over the night, even though I eat a lot before bed, potatoes and sweet potatoes, but I still feel something like hunger pain in my stomach and eat fruits and dates. So basically you have a glucose deficiency in your liver, and this is Fernica, so you need to work on that deficiency and build up and possibly eat your adrenal snacks and glucose every 15 to 20 minutes during the day so that you have more longevity to go at night without waking up to eat. Body on fire shingles is shingles basically. So you need to do the shingles protocol, which includes the core 7, B12, zinc, vitamin C, lysine, cat's claw, lemon balm, licorice root, which is licorice root is really important for shingles, but so is golden seal, propolis, and mullein. And for nervous system support, to bring the nerves calmer and make them calmer, you need ALA, MSM, California poppy, curcumin. You need a little B complex, 5-MTHF can all be super helpful for that too. BC Martinuzzi says, is bloating when you're doing consecutive rounds of 369 a normal part of detox? Or what is this caused by? Yes, if you're doing the 369 and you're having bloating, it can be just the dumping of toxins out. If you have bloating outside of the 369 and just normally have bloating, it's because of low hydrochloric acid in the gut. Healing hourly. I'm waking to a weirdly squirrely movement behind my eyes each morning. It's been going on for a month now, and I also have red inflamed eyelids. Are they related? And can I use a topical lotion to reduce the swelling? So yes, squirrely movement behind the eyes each morning is a neurological symptom. And if your eyes are red and inflamed, that could indicate a bacterial infection also in the eye. You could have strep in the eye. I don't think they're related in the sense that they're caused by the same thing, but they could definitely be related in that your eye is getting inflamed and irritated, and that could be causing the nerves in and around the eyes to be irritated too. So they are and are not related. So I would definitely add in more. You definitely want to bring in more, like do some golden seal wash in the eye, do some silver in the eye, and then do some strep protocols, like bring on some of what I mentioned earlier for the strep protocols. You can bring in all of those to help with the eye, and then notice if that improves the squirrely motion as well. But that could be viral, and if it's viral, you need to do the the core 7. I keep saying B12, but it's core 7. All right. Next question is from Malvern Tracy. Hello, Muneeza. I went fat-free from the beginning of May, and I've dropped weight from the 7 stone 11 pounds to 7 stone 5 pounds in a short space of time. This is literally from giving up a quarter avocado, or is it that my liver is now able to detox pathogens more freely with no fat being consumed? Also, I'm conscious that I don't consume the full 1 pound of greens daily. Is this a priority? Now being fat-free, as I'm almost will consume 14 ounces of greens. Thank you always. Yes, so Tracy, if you're doing, you can definitely release a lot of weight when you let go of even a little bit of fat and increase your greens if you're completely fat free. I would agree with that. And yeah, I think you're doing great. I think, yes, you can definitely drop weight from that. And basically, the liver starts to let go when you're completely fat free. It's very different than being very low fat. I keep saying that. Like, people think going from 90% fat free to 100% fat free is only a 10% difference, but in your body, it can actually make a difference of like 60%. Okay. Am Mercy says, I was diagnosed 1 year ago with herpes. Oh, this is some spam person on my thing. BC, so I'm almost done with the Instagram questions. I'm going to jump over to the Facebook questions, and I'm going to get to you guys online posting questions. I'm on 2 feeds at the same time, so I'm trying to like look at whatever all the questions are. So BC Martinuzzi says, I am on day 8 of my 4th consecutive round of advanced 369, and I have a chalazion on my bottom eyelid, which I've never had before. That's basically from strep. Is this a detox sign? No, you have a strep flare going on. And I'm experiencing bladder incontinence, which makes sense because that's also from a strep flare. It's not detoxing out of your system. It's probably causing a little bit of a flare given that you have that symptom. I'm also craving plain nori. Is it okay to eat alone as a snack? And also, can you eat too many? You can't eat too many because it can become a little bit dehydrating. But I would definitely stick with, you can definitely do some of them. That's not a problem at all. So yeah. Okay, I am now moving over to Facebook, and I have only 3 questions on Facebook. So the first question is from Jenny. She says, if you have time to discuss, would you kindly talk about inflammation? Not necessarily in one specific area, but generally throughout the body. Does it eventually cause cancer? I know I'm cleansing. We are supposed to begin slowly. What would be the best ways for me to begin reducing inflammation? I would say, Jenny, make sure you've cut out all of the no foods. Cut out all the eggs, the dairy, the gluten, the corn, soy, canola. If you can let go of some salt, that would be super helpful too. And I would make sure that you are, does all inflammation eventually cause cancer? The answer is no. The answer is, over time, for cancer to form, the EBV in your body needs to have just the right ingredients and poisons to turn into cancer. So it's not like general inflammation will just always turn into cancer. General inflammation is always viral, shingles and or EBV and or HHV6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, and more. And so if you're generally cleansing, starting slow means starting, for example, with the Simplified 369. So if you start with starting slow, you want to make sure that you are, you can start with the Simplified. You can just start the morning cleanse. Just do lemon water, celery juice, and heavy metal detox, and no fat until lunchtime. That's a great first step before you go into the Simplified. So I hope that that helps you move forward. Okay, so the question, okay, so let's get into YouTube and see what the questions are here on YouTube. I'll be with you in just a moment, YouTubers. I'm so glad you're here with me. This is awesome. I'm having a ball, so thank you. And let's see what is showing up on the live. Okay, so YouTube questions. Claudia Draper, good morning. So somebody asked on YouTube, why is canola oil bad? Canola oil, so let me ask you, olive oil comes from what? Olive oil comes from olives. Coconut oil comes from coconuts. Avocado oil comes from avocados. Walnut oil comes from walnuts. What does canola come from? Can anybody answer me that question? What does canola come from? Canola stands for Canadian, C-A-N, oil, O-L, low, A, acid. Canadian oil, low acid. It does not come from flowers. Canola is not a plant. The plant is rapeseed, and rapeseed is too bitter to turn into oil. It's too bitter for anyone to consume. So they genetically modified it. It's a GMO, genetically modified organism product that is modified in order to make it less acidic, low acid so that it's less bitter, and it's genetically modified. So it's an absolute no-no, because genetically modified foods wreak havoc in your body, and to the point that genetically modified foods can even swap. So they have little bacteria and viruses that actually swap the genes from one side to the other. They can even start to swap genes with your own DNA, and you don't want that crap in your food and in your body. I have a whole course, Michelle Ramsden, I have a whole course on GMO foods. It's on my website. You can download it for $30 and watch it. It is 2 hours of explaining to you everything that goes wrong with GMOs and why they are so bad, what they do to animals, what they do to the environment. So it's, if you are not sure about what this is, it's worth watching. All right, so coming back to YouTube comments. So Claudia says, when we do the morning cleanse, and then when can I have melons? You should actually, if you want to have melons, have them in between your morning cleanse, have them in between in between celery juice and heavy metal detox. So in between celery juice and heavy metal detox is when you want to have melons, okay? But again, if you're doing the 369, it's not part of the cleanse. So you can actually avoid it for that time. MD Misha says it's a great GMO course. I'm so glad that you think so. And Lisa Marie says, I took that course. It's good. Thank you guys for saying so. If anyone's interested in learning more about GMOs, definitely check it out, because it matters to know the truth, right? It matters to know why our foods are bad. Why are we really struggling with it, you know? Okay, so next question is, Alicia, I've noticed my eyebrows graying. Is this due to my liver? Yes, it is. She says, I enjoy membership and what I'm learning. I'm so glad that you love what you're learning in membership. Membership is one of our most incredible programs, and we love having you all in it. Ashley says, with all that I already have going on, getting old symptoms of trigeminal nerve swelling from thunderstorms, especially before they start, coincidence, or nerve swelling from the barometric pressure? No, it can definitely, barometric pressure can definitely cause us to experience flares. So it's not a coincidence. Silvana says, how can I help my 4-month-old with severe eczema? Exclusively breastfed. I'm not eating eggs, soy, dairy. He has a weekly flare-up. In that case, honey, I'm so sorry, Silvana, but you should really want your baby, you want to be off of gluten as well, and you want to be off of canola, and you want to be off of artificial sugar and any other kind of sugar. And you also want to make sure, so it's not just gluten, you want to be gluten, dairy, eggs, corn is a big one for eczema that you want to avoid. All right, so if he's having a weekly flare-up, you need to be taking zinc, B12, tiny drops of cat's claw, just tiny drops because it can slow down breast milk, lysine, micro C, lemon balm. That will help him. Plus, do the heavy metal detox smoothie, because he's obviously got a lot of copper in the liver. So you do the heavy metal detox smoothie to be able to get more, to get more out. I can get more of that crap out of you, basically. Hello, Abdullah. How are you? You're in Kuwait, right? I used to live in Kuwait. I lived in Kuwait for 14 years. I actually grew up there. I went to the New English school. I remember Kuwait so well, and I'm just in awe that we have an ardent medical medium follower from Kuwait. All right, so next question is, how do we cure, this is from Joanne Gimbel. She says, how do we cure the diptrans, which is basically D-U-P-U-T-R-Y-N-E-N-S. So this disease, the symptoms are basically, it's a deformity on the hand, and it can be on one or more fingers. It can result in thickening and scar tissue. This is caused by a combination of heavy metals and Epstein-Barr virus, and you can turn it around. It takes a lot of work. You have to do the cleanses. You have to get heavy metals out of you. Heavy metal detox smoothie is important. The morning cleanse, lemon water, celery juice, heavy metal detox smoothie is critical. The 90-day heavy metal cleanse from the Cleanse to Heal book is critical. And then making sure that you're following a very hardcore anti-EBV protocol, but start slow and build up and never go into all of it all at once. Okay, next question is from Monica Doldan. I got a fissure after hemorrhoids. Is that just won't heal? What can I do? Make sure that you're doing aloe vera water twice a day at least, papaya, celery juice twice a day, getting in more gut healing foods. Go into the life-changing foods book and look up all the foods that heal the gut and the tissues. You want to get excess nettle leaf into you because it heals the connective tissues, more kale that heals the connective tissues. You want to get in more silica and MSM, and those will all help to heal the fissures. I've helped other people heal fissures, and these protocols really work and make a difference. Next question is Krasny Canopa. What is the amount of water on the 3-6? Is the amount of water on the 369 limited? No, it's not limited in any way. You can have as much water as you like. Just squish a little bit of lemon juice into it when you do. Next question is from Faisa Abdi. Faisa asks, Faisa, your question disappeared. I was literally just looking at it, reading it. Kim says, what are the advantages of vimergy adato B with hawthorn? Hawthorn berry is really helpful for the brain. So, and it's one of the supplements that can help with seizures. So hawthorn berry being added with B complex just superpowers this particular supplement. Harman Kaur says, Muneeza, my father has kidney failure on dialysis. He's gotten extremely weak. Is there any protocol for a person in this condition where they're not allowed to eat any healing foods? I mean, I really think he can still do celery juice. I have many clients on dialysis who have had celery juice just fine, and it's a starting point, and also cucumber juice. Next question is from Cara Henschel. Cara says, thoughts on manifesting Mandy Morris's book, How Can I Get Past How Icky I Feel and I Think, Get Past How Icky I Feel and Think Positively? I would say, honey, that's a question of figuring out what you, there might be, if you're not feeling positive, you might have some soul healing to do. You might have some heart healing to do. You might have some deeper spirit wounding and healing to do. So I think that that would be important for you to check out and understand for yourself, because soul healing you can do with the moon meditation, which is a medical medium's meditation on Apple Podcasts. You can do it with fruit picking meditation. All of these are super healing, and I would go with that. You know, I have Jennifer Yorge's I think sister has erythromelalgia. It's a rare condition with excess blood flow that causes a periodic symptom flares. It's a chronic condition. Yep, it stays with life. So burning pain can worsen over time. This is caused by EBV, and it would require getting onto all the baseline protocols. For all of those of you who are new or starting or asking questions, go to my starter course. And it's not just a starter course. It's if you're starting, if you're beginning, if you're flaring, if you're stuck, if you're plateaued, it's go to my website, muneezaahmed.com, and right up at the top is your roadmap for healing in 7 short videos. You really want to get onto that, because even people who've been on medical medium protocols for 3 to 4 years understand the protocols really well, tell me that they find the course really helpful. So please check out the program. Go to it and check it out. You will get benefit. There are people leave me comments. We respond to the comments. It's a free course. It's a free service. Please check it out. You've got nothing to lose. Okay, next question on YouTube. So what is the amount of water? No, it's that. I answered that. Arch Angelica says, yes, membership is so helpful. I'm so glad. If you guys want ongoing support beyond this free course that we do, I have a monthly membership program where I answer your questions live, and I can get into details because I ask you to tell me all of your history. I ask you to tell me the foods you're eating, the supplements you're taking, and then I give you advice based on that. What causes earwax buildup, and what is the best way to clear it? Earwax buildup is often caused by strep, so clearing it would be anti-strep protocols, or go to an ENT who can flush it out. They just use warm water. If you want to use that yourself, you make sure your head is tipped over and use some warm water to flush that out. I also have I also have an earwax cleaner on my Amazon store. Okay, so Kim Vogel says 7th year of AW or diagnosed with beginning of cataracts, how to stop them, doing the core 7 and more. Can you shed light why cataracts started after dumping out so much garbage? Probably because you have more garbage than you realize in your body and in your liver, right? And cataracts don't just show up, they're building up over decades, right? They're building up almost since the day you are, since the day you're born, right? And young life. So definitely check that out. Alicia C. AW mentioned that drinking wild blueberry juice first thing in the morning after meditation. How much time should there be between wild blueberry juice, morning lemon water, which is followed by CJ? I would say at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes. Marlon, hey Marlon. Question to MM's poop talk. I love poop talk. It's my favorite talk. I have a hard time imagining that a thin body can store so much fat that the stool would sink still after being fat-free for 2 to 3 years. Well, it's probably fat and poisons all coming out from the cells. You have to imagine, Marlon, like we collect poisons over how old are you? 20, in your 20s and your 30s? You might be in your 20s, I don't recall exactly. But that's 2 decades or more of poisons that you've collected and poisons that you've inherited from your family. It takes time to get all of them out. Can you imagine? Like how long would it take to get all of them out? It takes a minute. So you're doing good work. You're doing good work. Faisa Abdi says, I wanted to know, I have peeling lips that turn yellow. I wanted to know what is the cause. A very sluggish liver, Faisa. Very sluggish liver. So check out the liver rescue book by Medical Medium and do the liver rescue protocols in there, right? Do the protocols for a sluggish liver and you will notice that you start to shift with the lips. Silvana says that you're doing all of it except gluten, but gluten can be so triggering, Silvana, for eczema. Grains are so triggering for eczema. So make sure that you're taking that extra step. I know it's an effort, but take that extra step for the baby and cut it out, right? You'll notice a big difference. Brenda says, hi Muneeza, what would you recommend for early aging skin? I would recommend check out my Amazon store, healing and beauty products in there. I have the Best Skin Ever by Living Libations. That's amazing. The rose oil's amazing, but aging happens from the liver. The more toxic your liver, the more you age. So check that out. Okay, so coming back now into my Instagram comments, because there's so many of them on the feed. I was really organized today. I didn't get distracted. I did all my Instagram on the thread first, Facebook on the thread, YouTube from the live, and here. So I'm proud of myself for going so organized. I never do that. I get distracted by what people say here and there. Whew, okay. Iona says, I'm fat-free and still chubby. No, Iona. It's fat-free and juicy. You're juicy. I'm juicy too. It's okay. That's okay. We're healing, right? Okay, coming back into Instagram. So many comments. All right, so Elaine Carlisle, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, honey. Monique, what about diverticulitis? My brother's suffering so badly from this. This is caused by strep. Suzanne says, what do you recommend eating if there's abnormality in the uterine mucosa? I would say uterine mucosa, like in the uterus, I would say that you want to work on Epstein-Barr protocols, liver healing and Epstein-Barr protocols, and work on the reproductive system. So I keep saying B12, but it's the core 7. It's the core 7. So core 7 means B12, zinc, microseed lysine, licorice root, cat's claw, lemon balm. And then nettle leaf and red raspberry leaf are super, super important. So next question is from what to take for abnormal pap smear cells. I would work on, again, same protocol that I just gave this other lady right here. What was the name? Suzanne. All right, so next question. Kaylin Michelle, does a breastfed baby need added vitamin D? No. Lupus free with celery. Why shouldn't we look at a lunar eclipse? I've looked at them in the past until I heard not to in the moon meditation. He hasn't told us exactly why not to look at them. Clearly, there's something harmful in it, which is why he said not to. It could be there's like low light radiation that could be harming us. There's low lights that coming off of it that could be harming us. It could be anything. I just pay attention to that, and I'm not gonna look. And I of course never look at a daytime eclipse, but at nighttime as well. Just be careful. Ogram Senoj. Can you explain the bruising I get from the slightest touch on my forearms? That's because you have a sluggish liver, dirty blood syndrome, and probably a little bit of Raynaud's, early Raynaud's going on. So that's what causes bruising. So check out the Liver Rescue book by Medical Medium and do the protocols in there for dirty blood syndrome, and that will help you heal. Daryl Champagne, comment on the Adapto B with Hawthorne from Vimergy. What are the advantages over pure encapsulations B vitamin? I already talked about that earlier. I said that Hawthorne's really helpful for the brain and for the heart and for seizures and for, it's a really powerful combination in there. B. Gumpia, do we need to take vitamin D? As my doctor said, I'm always low. You can supplement maybe like 1,000 IUs a day. Anthony says not to do more than that in the Liver Rescue book. So you can do that. That's fine. But I would keep it low. Hannah Reeves said, I just got diagnosed with uveitis. Uveitis is caused by shingles in the eye, and it's autoimmune, but it's shingles. It's 100% shingles. So you want to do the core 7, B12, B12, zinc, lysine, micro C, cat's called lemon balm, licorice root, plus shingles support. You want to be doing golden seal and mullein and propolis and ALA and curcumin and MSM and California poppy. All of those, I have helped people reverse uveitis with these protocols. Healing Journey. So those of you who are new, check out my starter, my free healing course. It's for starters. It's for people who are stuck, plateaued, flaring. If you're struggling in any way, check out. It's a free course, guys. Nothing to lose. Go to my website and sign up right there, because you can get help from certain tips that I share in there that you may have completely missed. I also talk about mistakes that you can avoid that would slow your healing. So please go check it out. Emma, my healing germs, would you recommend any oils for toxic liver caused hard, dull, wrinkled skin? Topically, I would say go with the sea buckthorn. It's the most healing, and apply aloe topically. That would be the most healing. Lisa Marie, oh, you're responding to someone else. Hennessy Chapman, how would you treat breast cancer gone to the bone besides no foods? Oh my gosh, honey. So many protocols for cancer with, by the way, just so you know, I'm letting you guys know here first, I'm going to be doing a cancer webinar. Anybody interested in a cancer webinar? Never done it before. I also am not going to be talking about this on Instagram and YouTube and all that in a big way, but I am going to say that if you want to know more about it, you have to sign up for our email list. We've called our email list, we've called it the Intuitive Insider. Do you guys like that name? I kind of fell in love with it. So join the newsletter list. You can join even if you sign up for the free course. Get in there. We're going to be doing this webinar. We're going to be bringing it to all of you to help. So you have to do protocols. You have to get the liver book, get the liver protocol, cancer protocol, and then get the Cleanse to Heal book, and there's a cancer protocol in there. You have to bring in glutathione, melatonin, plus all of the core 7 that I've been talking about all day today. So the core 7 protocols plus melatonin, shaga, increased wild blueberries, increased spirulina, glutathione, really important, shaga, really important, raw honey. There's so much in there that you guys would benefit from. So definitely check that out. Okay, but you have to bring in way more than just foods. DB, blood pooling from the waist down to the legs, what to do? Heal your liver. I would start to cut out all fat, all dairy, all grain, and get onto the simplified 369. Then try and get yourself ready to do the original 369. If you can get ready to do the advanced 369, go slowly, but really take care of that liver. If you're blood pooling down to the legs, you have a thick blood going on, and circulation is definitely affected. Fruit, vegetables, angels. Raw cauliflower makes me bloat. I'm sure it's a healing reaction. Yes, it's a healing reaction. It's actually clearing out so much from your gut. So just do a little bit. Just do like a teaspoon of raw cauliflower, and then you can build up from there. Lena says, I have morbus Crohn's. What are the most important steps to do? Cut out eggs, dairy, gluten, corn, soy, canola, and all grains, all quinoa, millet, etc. Stick to healing foods only, fruits and vegetables, wild foods, herbs and spices. Go to get the Life-Changing Foods book. You can eat anything from that book. And then focus on doing the 3-6-9s and also doing the banana mono cleanse. The banana mono or the papaya mono is excellent for as a starting point for healing Crohn's in the gut. All right. Mama Ramsey says, I'm 60. I'm doing for 2 years. I have breast pain like I used to when I got my period. So if you're having breast pain, that means that your breasts are already swollen. So I would focus on some curcumin. I would bring in some red raspberry leaf, nettle leaf. I would bring in some sweet potatoes. They can all help with that swelling. And also Schisandra berry will help. Brian Zollinger, do you recommend getting a soft water system? A system to soften hard water? Yeah, because hard water is very problematic in the body. What are you using for eyeliner? I've been using a new one from RMS Beauty. Lavanya says, what are your thoughts on the new pox? Viral protection download. Just keep doing the viral stuff, right? The Core 7 works for everything. Mary O'Neill, I get woozy and feel nauseous when I bend over and move around quickly. That's caused by swelling of the vagus nerve. Flowering into myself. My daughter, who is 7, gets mild pain to moderate quite often. She's super healthy otherwise, has a strong immune system, and almost never gets sick. What could be the cause of a stomach ache? It could be several things. She could have a mild food poisoning. She could have something she's not digesting well. It could be emotional. There could be several things. So until I know more about her and her story, which I can help you with in membership if you like, I won't be able to tell you what that is. Can I heal even when I'm having much stress on a daily basis? Yes, you can. You can definitely still heal. Rafaela says, the power of hydration. I've been on the protocols for over a year now, but seem to have gone back and can no longer take the supplements that cause me severe crisis. My skin is dry and I'm constantly, and I didn't get the last bit. Can you do more healing foods? Can you do the mono cleanse? Can you focus on that instead of not focusing on supplements? Because that will help you get further. Can you do the simplified cleanse? Can you do the original cleanse? Because those can help too without needing supplements. Okay, so what do I recommend for endometriosis? The Core 7, of course, cutting out all the no foods. No eggs, no dairy, no gluten, no corn, soy, canola, vinegar, natural flavors, no coffee, none of that. Cut all of that out, and even if you can lower your salt, and then bring in the Core 7, B12, zinc, microC, lysine, cat's claw, lemon balm, licorice root, nettle leaf, red raspberry leaf, Schisandra berry. All are super helpful for battling endometriosis and the pain that you get with it. You want to bring in some curcumin, extra nettle leaf, magnesium glycinate. Okay. So S. Moultron says fatigue, brain fog, EBV, strep, Lyme, lots of trauma, doing celery juice, HMDS, lemon water, no troublemakers, almost fat-free, taking zinc, B12. If you have fatigue and brain fog, you need to be eating adrenal snacks every 2 hours minimum, or even less than maybe every hour. Like adrenal healing snacks. There's a free adrenal healing snack download on my website. Just go and check that out, okay? And do those every hour if you can. That will help you with your fatigue and with brain fog. You can bring in the brain elixir tea, which is kale stems, hot water, lemon juice, honey, and ginger. And of course, get onto the Core 7 that I've been talking about over and over again. If you guys want to know about the Core 7, I talk about it in the free course. It's on my website. Go check it out, guys. Okay, next question. Isha Gold, tooth sensitivity without any cavities. Doc says it's because I have too big a wisdom tooth and my muscles are not able to support other teeth. That explanation literally makes no sense. It makes no sense. What the heck is that? That your muscles are not able to support. It's got nothing to do with muscles, and it's tooth sensitivity. It's nerve sensitivity. So I would focus. That's just making me laugh because I don't know if doctors ever hear themselves, but nerve sensitivity, and you want to do things that support the nerves. So 5-MTHF, B complex, extra B12, magnesium, neuromag, curcumin. MSM and California poppy can be helpful for reducing nerve sensitivity. Oh my gosh. MD with spirit, but the same reasoning doesn't apply to where baby oil comes from. Oh my gosh, yes, you're absolutely right about that. Janet, when I don't have celery juice, why is my anxiety more triggered? Because celery juice actually keeps the bugs, it's viral anxiety, and celery juice kills off the viruses. Heidi Claire, I haven't done a morning cleanse in several years. Where are the new 369 cleanses online? No, Heidi Claire, they are in the Cleanse to Heal book. Go get the book, and you'll have all of the latest cleanses in there. Okay, it's the book to get. Yes, Don John, I'm 8 months in and sicker than ever. Brain electrocutions. John, haven't we spoken? We may have spoken. Can't breathe standing up. Brain is done and not helped and been bedbound since month 3. Honey, you need help from a practitioner. This is not an Instagram question. I'm so sorry. Get a practitioner, work with somebody. Vanessa, what cream would you put on seborrheic dermatitis? I would use, there's a lotion that I have on my Amazon store, and I forget the brand, but there's a honey, I'm forgetting the names. Let me look it up. Let me see if I can find it in the store. So I can tell you exactly what it is. Shop. Okay. And if you go to the healing products, I'll give you the names right now, right? So All Good makes everything better is a really good one to put on seborrheic dermatitis. And then Honey Girl Organics is another one. How can I raise my HCl in my stomach? Celery juice, celery juice, celery juice, and then kiwi, and then e-greens. Supplements to negate the effects of mold. It doesn't quite work like that, but aloe water and spirulina are really important. Erica Stark, pain in the back of the neck and jaw. Michelle, thank you for reminding me about time. I know it's like 11:19, but I just want to get through as many as I can, and then I'm going to jump off. I'm a student in this course, so, you know, I am a little late. It's okay. I'm helping you guys, and that's important. Erica says pain in the back of the neck and the jaw. That's shingles, most likely, and supplements, the shingle supplements that I've mentioned multiple times, the Core 7, plus Golden Seal, Mullein, Propolis, ALA, Curcumin, Neuromag, Magglycinate. Carla says the chemicals in commercial toilet paper can cause fissures. I know they're horrible. What can my daughter do to heal erythromelalgia? I already told you, S. Buck, I mentioned it before, so go check that out. Lindy B, should I stop eating 3 to 4 hours before bed? No, you don't have to stop eating 3 to 4. You shouldn't stop eating 3 to 4 hours before bed. That violates the rule of eating every 2 hours. Fruit and vegetables digest really quickly and easily, and you should have no problem with that. Beta thalassemia is caused by lots of heavy metals and a really strong EBV. Jane Langley says, can you explain more about MSM? MSM is a sulfur. It's really important for our skin, our hair, our nails, our connective tissues in our body. It reduces pain. It reduces arthritic pain that's caused by rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis or any other kind of pain in the body. So MSMs are a pretty cool supplement. Perone NYC says, my husband has hemochromatosis. What should he be doing? Because he has to have blood taken out every 6 months. That's caused by Epstein-Barr. It's a particular strain. Work on that and you will see him improve. B. Gumpia, how do I book a consultation? Go to my website, muneezaahmed.com, muneezaahmed.com. Go to courses, click on group coaching. Leanne Pat says, if we've had B12 injections in the past, does that mean we cannot absorb oral B12? How do we clear it out? Cleanse 369, 369, 369, over and over, yeah? Okay, guys, so I'm just trying to see how many more questions I have. Oh my God, there are tons! You guys are rocking it this morning. Oh my gosh. Let's check out what's on YouTube. Silvana says not to switch the formula. No, formula is all dairy, honey. You're just gonna make the problem worse for him. If you want a baby formula that works for babies, that's medical medium friendly, go to my website and type in formula, and you'll find the formula that Anthony has given from Spirit for babies, and it can be used just fine for babies, and it won't trigger any symptoms. All right, you guys, there are just so many questions. Whew! I'm having trouble quitting coffee. How come decaf is bad? Decaf is bad because it's only 30 to 40% less caffeine than the original. It still has a ton of coffee in it. And I have something coming out with recipes that help you come off coffee. So sign up for the course, the free course that I have on my website. Sign up for any of the free resources I have on my websites, because that will help. You will then be the first to learn about these recipes that I'm sharing that will help you get off of coffee. All right, guys. Tammy Zimmerman says she had a stroke in spite of being on medical medium for years. I'm so sorry. Was it caused by a blood clot? Because there's a lot going on with that right now, right? So, I would bring in hawthornberry, lots of wild blueberries. I just helped somebody recover from a stroke. Actually, I've helped in the last month or 2 months. I would say I've had 3 clients with pretty bad stroke experiences. And hawthornberry is really important. Wild blueberries are really important. Brain support, glutathione, CoQ10, NAC, spirulina. Wild blueberries are really critical. Melatonin is critical. So get on all of those. And if you need help, please come find me. I would love to support you healing from a stroke. You guys, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. It was awesome. We had a great time. And hopefully I answered most of the questions that you guys have. If you have more, we're going to be doing Saturday mornings with Muneeza every weekend, come rain or shine. Unless I'm away, we're going to be doing it. Come hang out with me. I love answering your questions, and I look forward to next time. Bye, everyone. I really got to go. Oh, don't forget to sign up for the free course. Remember, it's free. Adrenal snack list is free. Check it out, guys. It's there to help you. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.